What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for joining me as always for another day of NBA. As you guys know, I'm gonna go through the high five. Comment anything down in the comment section to enter your name into that $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Last night was a rough one, man. Last night was the first all around rough day that I've had since sports have been back. It was rough. So looking to really bounce it back in a big way on this one. We have the NBA slate starting at noon Central today. So hit up greenlightdfs.com pretty early and let's get it in. Starting off in this high five today, first team that I definitely want to have a good amount of exposure to is going to be the Clippers. All right, the Clippers are definitely at the top of my list. They have Lou Will out, Montrezl Harrell out. I mean, they're missing some big-time usage, big-time minutes players. Reggie Jackson played good in this last game. Now they get a plus matchup against a fast-paced New Orleans team. Vegas has them as the biggest total by about 5+ points. So they are the top total. I agree with it. I agree that the Clippers is the team that you want to get the most exposure to. Reggie Jackson is only 4-1, which is ridiculous because he's just in a fantastic spot and he just had a great game yesterday. And now he's coming back and should have another great game today. So I really love Reggie Jackson at 4-1. We have plenty of value on the slate. Jordan Clarkson came out and balled out with Bogdanovich out and all that. He ended up having a great game. Jordan Clarkson's only 3-9. Once again, this kid has the green light. I talked about it before he had the great game last game. I mean, the dude's got the green light. He takes a ton of shots. He's just a scorer. He's a straight-up scorer. And Jordan Clarkson at 3-9 is amazing value and opens up and gives you the ability to get really whatever studs you want on this slate. Speaking of crazy value, I'm going to go Michael Porter Jr. Gary Harris and Will Barton are both going to miss this game. Jamal Murray's questionable as of right now. They're just banged up. Denver's banged up right now. So obviously, Jokic will be a play with all those guys out. Jamal Murray will be a great play with all those guys out. But Michael Porter Jr. at bare min 3,000 is the guy that I really want to get exposure to here. Okay? He's coming in good to go. I mean, he's going to get a ton of usage here. I honestly expect him to get a ton of run here with Will Barton and Gary Harris being out. I think he's going to be a fantastic play. Miami's defense is fairly solid, but at 3,000, we don't need much out of Michael Porter. He's one of my favorite values on this slate. All right, small forward. I'm sticking with my boy Paul George. Paul George looked fantastic, looked great, played great. He gets a even better matchup here against New Orleans instead of the Lakers. All right, he gets the matchup in this just perfect situation. Like I said, the Clippers are the stack, and while I'm saying that, the Clippers are the team you want exposure to. Kawhi Leonard, I know this is big. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Reggie Jackson in the high five, but the Clippers are the team I want the most exposure to. They are the team missing the most usage, the most minutes out of these guys, out of some they actually have some good players missing, and they have the plus matchup on the day. Normally I won't play a lineup with both Paul George and Kawhi because sometimes one of them will go off, but both of these guys are just locked in. Kawhi Leonard is a 50 every night damn near. Paul George could possibly hit that 50, and at their prices, they can do that. I mean, we need 45 for 5x out of Kawhi Leonard. That's going to happen. Paul George is still only 7-9. That will happen. He will hit value. Kawhi also will hit value, and it's just a great spot. You can go anywhere you want, though. You know what I mean? There's multiple options when it comes to studs on this slate. You can go LeBron if you want. You can go AD if you want. I just like that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are 2,000 less than those guys, which seems pretty crazy. You know what I mean? It just seems pretty crazy. So I definitely like the situation here. I like the setup for the Clippers a lot, and I definitely want exposure to them. And that's it. We got Reggie Jackson, Jordan Clarkson, Paul George, Michael Porter Jr., and Kawhi Leonard is the high five. Good luck, everybody. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. No live show today. We have hit the weekend, and I will not be going live for the weekend, but I will be back to live shows on Monday. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Drop that like down below before you roll out. Good luck today. And let's get it. Peace.